shotgun. She slipped about. Oh. Come on! So with all the hay wagons except for one being out of the cow barn, Dad was able to clean out the manure pile that was here and get it all cleaned up for when we do vaccinations. We have one pasture that is gonna be coming home. So that'll be 15 cows, one bull, and then all of the heifers that we have out here along with a handful of cows as well. So with that being said, that means we are going to be spreading everything that Dad moved today and clean up the last of the manure pile down on the farm. So that means all the piles, the solid piles, are spread. And then that should be all. That's too good to me. He brought everything down. He headed into the log yard with another helper today. This is how much we have spread. Actually, it's a lot more than I thought there was gonna be. Dang. All right, I'm gonna let them go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna throw my bibs on because this is what we're, actually, I'll show you what we're rocking. This is what we're rocking. It's kind of like a breezy, cool morning. It rained at home, which is about 45 minutes away, pretty significantly. I don't have the rain gauge out because I was doing some lawn work, so I don't know how much we got, but it's just quite wet. It's crazy how we go from a drought to raining consistently now. So I don't know if you can see it, but it is a beautiful morning down here at the farm. That's our potato patch. Dad's potato patch. I think there's 11, no, we cut it in half, so probably like, I want to say like 7 rows of potatoes there, as you can see. So like from this post over here all the way down to over here. We got pasture 1 back there, pasture 2 over here. Vaccinations are coming up again next weekend, but Logan's vaccinations are tomorrow, so you'll see a video on that. So this is our ride today. My favorite, the 1466. Dad said she needed some oil this morning, so we're gonna pop some in real quick. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this without spilling it. Right in here, because I feel like we'll need it. And we will get things warming up. So we'll start with the case because we're gonna need that first. Oh, that freaking wire. Of the wires were unhooked, so that was a fun little puzzle piece. This one should be a little more easier. Look at her. She needs some like cosmetics, but best girl ever. Okay. Perfect. And if you didn't know, it started by this push button. We got the first load loaded. Now we're gonna go test out and see what gear we want her in. So I picked too low. We're gonna try that real quick. Dad said he wants a good field, I go over to high multi-power. And we have a 10 fence, I don't know if you can see, just right beside where I stopped spreading. That is the food plot. That's where we took the stone wall out, brought it to the other side of the field to expand our farm road. And we just dissed it and seeded it. Got it all nice, hoping that the deer would come to it, and nothing, not a single thing. There were 2 cameras on that and we got nothing. So as you can tell right here, there's a big cross. I overestimated this right here is where I started. I thought it would spread a lot farther, but it did not. So the second pass, I did a little swirl there. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but that's on me. Gun. She slipped about. Shoot. Well, I was gonna stop it anyway, but I'm gonna drive over to the truck so I can get my gloves and dig out the manure in front. This was the biggest chunk. This is the wettest and the oldest stuff. I knew I was gonna do this. Luckily, there wasn't much left in the spreader. So if need be to shovel it back, it's not that bad. And that's not dry hay, it's silage. It's already wet, and then into the rain and the manure comes a mess. Everybody meet Leroy. Hi. Wanna go pee? This is what we're dealing with. You can see all the hay. It just gets clumped in between the beaters and stops it. But I got everything. I'm gonna have to dig a path through here and right here for the beaters that are underneath coming up through. Good day. We're gonna have to call my grandfather because it's more broken than just the chain. As you can tell, if you see right here, it starts to spin. She's not catching, so she's broken. So I'm gonna give Pa a call and see what we can do about fixing this. Okay, Pa's on his way. He's gonna see if we can get this fixed. All right, Pa was the savior today. He told me he is a pro at these. He works on these all the time. Loves the new idea spreader, box spreaders. So basically, this piece is a lever. You can see it go back here, and it goes to the front. Basically, when it became too much for the beaters, Pa called it. Yeah, you can see it's not engaged yet, but I'm hoping it will go. But basically, see, I think when I loaded it, I think it'll catch back, but basically this will kick out and kick this, and this will just turn. This turns the beaters right here. But when this kicks out, it basically stops the beaters, which that's what it did, and kicked the belt off. Well, the chain, so hopefully it starts. and it's all level and smooth. So we're just gonna go empty this with what little load it is, park that, and then we're gonna be taking the deer to the butcher. So. Spread that, we're gonna let it just calm down for a minute and then shut her off. She got all cleaned out. Everything's all smooth. The dogs are talking like they want to come out, so. Hello. Hello. Hi, buddy.